Hi, it's me, Mr. Lambo. I gonna try to tell you how my passion started about the brand Lamborghini, the car manufacturer, the tractor manufacturer. And I'm gonna try to do it very quickly. Um, but I can tell it in three different stories. How it all started. Of course, you have the easiest way is pictures. Pictures like the trump card, the game that you can say to each other, I have 600 horsepower, how much do you have? I have just 540. Ah, fuck, I lose. You give your card away, or you get the card because you win it. And then you had, in Belgium, on the food boxes, long time ago, on the food you could have some points from Artist Historia, and if you collect a lot of points you could go to a bookstore called Standard Boekhandel, and you could have some cards, fishes, big like that, with on each card one car or other things. You could have books for education, and but you had cards of cars, and on these cards, of course, you see the Diablo passing, Countach, Mura, and others, and you see, wow, such amazing thing. Or you can do it like a lot of childs had in their periods, was like a poster, like that, hanging on the wall of your room. Here's of the Diablo. And that's the way of a lot of kids appreciated some designs of cars and fell in love of automobilia, cars, trucks, bikes, motorbikes, ships, planes. For me it was for Lamborghini. I have parents that are not fan of cars, so it was for me one of the only ways to get known about the car, about Lamborghini, and that's for me the first way how I get in contact with Lamborghini, with pictures, and I think a lot of you also have the same thing like me, because you don't have parents that are fan of cars, and so they don't go to racetracks. You maybe watch with your dad Formula 1, but that's it. The second thing, it's maybe one of the best ones, because for my birthday, I am born in 1986, and so it's like the the Countach era, and I don't know how old I was, but I was still very young. I think between 3 years and 7 years. I get from my godfather my very first scale model, a Lamborghini Countach 5000 Quattro Valve. So that's I still have it. Is this one? Is this scale model from Tonka? They don't make it anymore. Cars, they are still pretty. And luckily for me, I took good care of it. It has scratches, it has some cracks, and it's like a windscreen wiper, but it's still fully complete and intact. So all these years, more than 25 years, I take care of it. So I took care of it, I think, because I paid a lot of it, but I still have it, and it's my first 1/18 scale model of a lot of now. Now I have a lot of scale models of Lamborghini, and it is my first one, and I still have it, and it's looking still very good. And so for me that was the second way how I get in contact with Lamborghini. If you look to the design, so amazing, so futuristic for that period of time, and so that was probably a thing when I fell in love with Lamborghini. I had Ferraris also. I watching Formula 1. I am Ferrari fan at Formula 1, but they didn't get me so heart like cars like this one. I think you can understand me in that. So the third thing is maybe the best one. I am born in Ostende in Belgium, and I lived there for 10 years. Beautiful city. And in the beginning of the 90s, they did some races, special races. And you need to listen to that sound here of amazing V12 engine noise. More the sound that we are hearing now with the Aventador or the Murcielago before the Diablo and Countach weren't so loud. The exhaust system noises weren't so important. It was more the engine. That sound is from a V12 8-liter marine Lamborghini engine. So Lamborghini doesn't have a race heritage with cars. They did car races, now seriously with their own developed cars, the Huracan, Super Trofeo and GT3 cars. But every car, race car before the Huracan, so the Murcielago GT1, the Gallardo Super Trofeo or GT3, the Diablos, etc., were private transformed cars. So they didn't transform it from Lamborghini themselves. It was private. It was a private thing, and but Lamborghini made their own marine engines. So you had for little history, in 1969, Ferruccio Lamborghini built his own. He had a Riva with 2 V12 engines. The ship still existed, and from recent back to the Lamborghini family, and they fully restored it. They fully restored it with, I don't know which engines anymore. It was V12 engines, two cars that they use the engines of it to have back the Riva, and it still exists. It's running. It's fantastic. So, but one employee, I'm gonna find his name, was Patrick Mimran, that worked for Lamborghini, and he decided to enlarge the V12. Before a V12 was a 4-liter engine, and they decided to enlarge the engine to an 8-liter engine, and it was so they use it for races, for powerboat races, for the class 1 catamarans, for 12 meters long to 15, so for 40 feet to 50 feet. Crazy ships could have easily a speed of 250 kilometers per hour until I think they even could reach the more modern ones, the carbon fiber modern ones, could reach easily 300 kilometers per hour. And in Ostende, they did these races. And the Friday night, so the day before the qualifications and the main races and the weekends, they did a parade in the town of Ostende with these trucks with the ship loaded on it, and they passed through the city. And in that parade, they had also Lamborghini private cars parading with the ships, with the trucks, with the ships on it. So you could see Huracan, Espada, Silhouette, Countach, the Diablo, because it was in the beginning of the 90s, so it was 91, 92, 94, 96, I don't know, something of these dates. So Diablo was brand new at that time, so you could see these cars with the doors open, the scissor doors open, parading through the center of Ostende. And that made my love for Lamborghini growing up crazy. That was, yeah, my brand. That was my car manufacturer, my favorite one. It was so special to hear the engine noises of these cars parading, revving through the center of Ostende. And of course, the powerboat races themselves were so crazy. The engine noise of that 8-liter V12 was so crazy, more than 800 horsepower. They did 3 race class engines: the L900, the first one was in 1989. It was the L804 with 880 horsepower. Crazy engine. You can still see the old engine and the more modern ones. You can see in the factory, in the museum of the factory in Sant'Agata Bolognese. These amazing big blocks, and also scale model of the Spirit of Norway, owned by Steve Curtis. And this guy was the most important for me in the powerboat industry, and also for Lamborghini person. Curtis was a throttle man, so in a powerboat you had a crew of 2 or sometimes 3, and you have the driver, the steering guy, and you had the throttle man. And the throttle man was a guy that gave the throttle, acceleration, deceleration, and trimming. You need to know that the ships are very fast and very hard on the sea, so the driver need also to have his 2 hands on the steering wheel, and so you had a second person that did the throttle and the trimming to keep the boat level on the water, because it was catamarans are like a wing, so for the less that could happen, he could do the backflip of crashing very hard. A lot of guys died in this 30 years period. I think 30 guys died, more dangerous than Formula 1. But you know, in a race you have maybe just 10 boats participating. And so this guy won a lot of world championships. I think more than 7 world championships, and I think at least 5 or 6 with a Lamborghini engine. Yeah, so you need to know there were a lot of different kind of competitors with the engine of Lamborghini. So in total, I think between the 30 years of existence, they won at least 10 ships, so 10 years with the Lamborghini engine. It was a fantastic engine, and for me it's very sad that they stopped it, because it was a class apart, a style of racing apart, those type of powerboat offshore racers. Now they still do it more in the Emirates and United States, so it's still existing, the class 1, but not with the Lamborghini engine anymore. So it's for me it's I had the chance to see test ship at the factory in 2009, and in the Ferruccio Lamborghini Museum you have in Bologna, you have also a ship like that. So yeah, you can still see it in real life, but it says something very sad that they don't do it anymore. And for me it's a very important part of my life to know that type of race class, that type of ship, and to be able to grow up my passion, to start really my passion about that manufacture. So yeah, it's a very important thing of my life. So voila, I'm gonna post more pictures and videos, also links from YouTube. But I have a magnific movie about with Jeremy Clarkson about Steve Curtis, and then I found a 2006 race in Doha. I think it was Doha over in Qatar, when you can see the ships in action. So you just need to follow me on Facebook, on Mr. Lambo, my page on Facebook, Mr. Lambo on YouTube, like you see it right now, and Mr. Lambo on Instagram. So subscribe, like me, follow me. I'm gonna try to share everything about what I know about Lamborghini, the things where pictures and movies, and I'm gonna try to share my passion more and more with you. If you like it or not, if you don't like it, don't follow me anymore. But it's one thing I love to do is just sharing my passion. So I hope you're gonna like it, and I hope you will learn things with me. I'm still learning, but I know pretty much of too much of it. So yeah, you will see. We'll see how it's gonna grow. So that's what I want to do for the moment, is just sharing my passion, and I hope you're gonna like it, and not my thing to be somebody famous, but if I can learn some history and learn some things I have seen, of showing some things that I have seen to you that you're gonna like, it's with my biggest pleasure to do that for you. So I wish you a great time, and maybe see you very soon back. Okay, bye bye.